and welcome everyone. Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to episode 17 of Some Random. I am your host, SrirachaFlash, and today I am joined by the beautiful, the lovely JoJo from the New Challenger Discord. JoJo, say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Just fucking, like I said, living the dream, my friend. Living the dream. I'm happy to have you on. And I've been wanting to have you on for a minute now, ever since, we talked last week, and since we used to train together for a long time. Well, a long time ago. It seems like a long time ago at this point. But yeah, I'm just happy to have you on, man. This is very exciting.
Yeah, man. It's good to be here. Definitely, I love seeing people do this kind of stuff in the FGC, just putting out their own content.
It's something that I wanted to do for a while and didn't know really how to get it going, and then one day I realized the way to get it going is to just fucking do it. Just kind of I was working on it, getting the ideas and questions and talking to people about logos and stream display and shit like that. And then I was kind of working on everything, and then one day I threw it all together in 4 hours, and I was like, fuck it, Yango, you're on the show. It's happening right now. And next thing you know, here we are. So
nice.
Can't complain too much at all. But anyway, yeah, I'm happy to be putting out content. I'm happy to be doing this stuff. It's a lot of fun. But more importantly than me, you, JoJo, why don't you tell people who the hell you are?
I'm just a guy who likes to help people out. I help new players out over at the New Challenger Discord as a coach, and I try to get as many people into fighting games as possible. I just shill that stuff,
Yeah, definitely. Listen, no one is gonna fucking no one will pay attention unless you start shilling. So you gotta shill, even though it sucks. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
It never feels good to have to shill shit out, but honestly, it's the only way to make things happen. If you're not promoting yourself, you're never gonna fucking yourself or the games you want people to play. No one's ever gonna play them. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no big deal. So how long have you been doing I know when we talked earlier, you said you've been doing the beginner breakdowns. How long has that been a thing for you?
Oh man, just a few months. It's actually not a thing that I came up with. Before I was doing beginner breakdowns, 2 other coaches were doing it, but they dropped it a year ago or more maybe. And I was like, what would be a good thing to do? And why not just rebrand something that people kind of already knew about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to the guys that were doing it and the owner of New Challenger, and they were like, fuck yeah, just go do that shit. It's not a consistent show. We do it when we can because there is we need people to send in replays, and without those we can't do the show. So it's just really when people kind of want to see their stream, their matches be analyzed on stream, that we do it.
Gotcha. Okay. So what you're saying is you need people to get off their asses, find the replays on Street Fighter V. They're very accessible. You go into the CFN system. You go to the recent replays, take the replay ID, send it to JoJo. Send it to JoJo at the New Challenger Discord. I'll fucking post a link to the New Challenger Discord. Send that shit in so we can tell you where you're fucking up. It's very important.
We have an email too, nch.beginner.breakdowns@gmail.com.
Oh, fucking perfect. That would have been nice to have on screen, JoJo, when I ask you for things. Fuck.
No, you can just find me on New Challenger. It's fine.
Okay. All right. One more time, the email.
Fucking email anyway.
Yeah. Well, look, it's fine. What's the email again?
nch.beginner.breakdowns@gmail.com. But nobody fucking sends shit to that email anyway.
Listen. I'm gonna listen. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I have so many favorites on this fucking New Challenger, not New Challenger, on Street Fighter V. So many of my friends that are still in bronze and silver. I'm just gonna send their fucking replays in without their permission.
Yeah.
And
okay, that's not. Don't do that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That's the best way. Listen, that's the best way to find out that what you're doing wrong, because you're not anticipating anything. You're not trying to do stuff for somebody. When someone just finds your shit and analyzes it, then you go, oh, I wasn't prepared for this. I never want to play fighting games again. That's when you know you're really learning.
That's the mix-up. Oh my god.
Oh
No,
man.
but we definitely always try to get people to voluntarily send shit in because if we, I mean, I'd be doing the show every fucking week if I just went on like CFN and just like found just picked a random bronze player, right? But that dude finds that video and is like, dude, what the fuck?
Well,
Because
listen.
we rip it apart. We rip it apart.
Well, listen, that's okay. Sometimes you have to be ripped apart. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, coddling and love only goes so far. And mind you, everyone learns and, like, takes those lessons in differently. But fucking sometimes you have to get ripped apart. Do you know how many times I've just, like, stumbled into the fucking SFF, like, Street Fighter 5 general chat and new challenger, see people talking shit about me? It is what it is.
Yeah.
You fucking... I know that out there, somewhere, what's his name? He's a really good Ibuki player. He's like an ultra.
A new challenger.
Yeah.
Full Heart.
Yeah, Full Heart. Full Heart hates me, and that's okay because I make Full Heart crazy, and that's okay.
It's okay. Ibuki players hate everyone. It's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all right. Full Heart will get better as time goes along. That kid's got a bright future. One day he'll learn how to use Ibuki. That's okay.
He is very good.
Yeah, he's something. He's just starting out. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
But no. Most of the new challenger Discord is fucking just excellent guys, and I have nothing bad to say about the new challengers. I like to give them shit, especially Monkey and stuff like that. But that's because me and Monk have gone back and forth, over the last couple of years. But Monk's always been a fucking great guy, and I have nothing bad to say about him. And,
of course not. He's an Abigail player.
Yeah, well, yeah, fucking. That's how you work your way into my heart. Listen, I don't want to fucking hear it, all right? Because as I'm loading up your fucking Alex picture for the stream and stuff like that today, I'm looking at the fucking screen and I go, oh, okay, well, this is the third Alex profile picture that I have on the screen.
Really? Oh yeah. There's that third strike. There's
yeah, I had fucking Overhaul on here. He was playing Alex. And then I had Kaggy on here from the Super Couch Fighters Discord, and he uses Alex. And so far, I don't think there's any other Alex mains on the screen, but there's 3 of you. There's far too many. That's far too many Alex mains.
Though it's a false. It's a trick. I'm not actually an Alex player. I don't even know how to play Alex.
That's fair. That's what you play Balrog. Yeah, you play Balrog. What the fuck?
Yeah.
God damn it! Oh, you people! I swear to God. All right,
just a good image.
Yeah, that's true. Just an image. Just how I project myself. Oh,
yeah.
Imagine if I just had this me and Abigail picture on screen, and I was like, no, I actually play Akuma. I just really like Abigail as a character. Oh God, you people. Now I just need the voice actor for Alex to come be on the show. That'd be great. If I get him, that's a fucking get right there.
It's all warmed up.
So, doing the beginner breakdowns, I've been thinking about this all day. What is the tendency that you happen to see most in beginner players?
Oh man.
I mean, I know everyone has their own specific quirks, but what is the reoccurring thing that you see that you always have to correct?
I feel like the easy answer is just like not anti-airing, but I think most recently I've been really, really trying to put this idea out that the one thing that you have to practice in fighting games, especially as a new player, more than anti-airs, more than like any combo, more than like frame traps, knowing what's punishable, what's not, you have to practice patience. And that's something that can be practiced at all times, not even when you're playing a fighting game. And I think that's the biggest and most common kind of fault that we see, is just lack of patience.
Okay.
We tell new players all the time, why take a risk, right? Why take a risk? Why, especially if you have the life lead, why take a risk? Just let your opponent hang themselves, because your opponent isn't perfect. They're gonna make mistakes, especially at like low levels.
Right. You just have to, like, eventually they're gonna jump at you. Like, you wait long enough for like you. That's the other thing too, is I see a lot of people that are like, they confuse playing patiently with doing nothing, or like playing neutral, heavy fucking quotation marks, neutral in footsies, as like just kind of walking back and forth and not really doing anything. Like, you still have to throw out like a little bit of baits here and there and like make your opponent think about the things that they're gonna do.
Yeah, of course. When we say patient, we don't mean just sit there and hold down back.
Yeah,
obviously,
down back's not gonna help anyone but Honda. Fucking don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the one that I always see. Like, I see a lot of people give that advice about like anti-airing and stuff like that. But yeah, I agree that patience is the big one. Don't fucking go like rush in there trying to force what you want to do onto the enemy. Like, let that shit come to you. Like you said, fucking give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. Like, Ken will fucking heavy Tatsu eventually. Like, they can't help
Yeah,
it.
right?
Like, even at, like, my level in Super Platinum and, like, even Grandmasters who fucking, they're just so aloof, they don't care, they'll throw a heavy kick Tatsu, fucking whatever. Punish that shit. It's -4. Fucking let them hang themselves. Eventually, they'll get themselves in trouble. You just gotta wait. Gotta wait. That's the other thing I was gonna ask, too. Speaking of beginner breakdowns, a lot of the advice that you give, how often do you see players absorb that advice? Like,
pretty often. I think we've, me, myself, and also all the very active coaches in NCH, I think we see a lot of progress from just pretty much every day from everyone. And that's not to say like huge progress, like, like, it just jumped like a whole rank, right? That kind of stuff. We tell people especially that just take the small victories, because fighting games, you're gonna lose 10 million fucking times, especially if you're new to them or you're just getting back into them or have very little experience. You're going to die. You're going to lose a million times before you see any sort of improvement yourself. But that's not what you should be looking for. You should be looking for something smaller, right? Set yourself small goals. If your goal is to win in a fighting game, you're gonna hate it. You're just absolutely gonna hate fighting games.
Yeah, that's fair. You will set yourself up for failure expecting to come in and win every game.
Yeah.
It is a fucking harsh reality will set in very soon.
Yeah. It's very quick.
The fucking third time that you get wake up DP that's not even EX and invincible.
Yeah, it's not even EX.
That's the one that'll fucking grind your gears. Or a Balrog just mashes their target combo on their wake up.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that fucking grinds my gears.
That's a good ass 3 frame right there.
Oh God, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than having like what you think is a good meaty setup on Balrog and you mistime it and they wake up with that fucking target combo and now you're on the ground. Oh, make me want to vomit, you fucking Balrog players. Jesus.
It is pretty fucking.
And listen, at least you admit it, all right? Because some of you motherfuckers are like, just meaty, it's fine. Just get your meaty timings down. No, admit that shit's scummy as hell, all right? It is what it is. No other person has a 3-framer that links into shit like that and like knocks down.
Cancel to V trigger, fucking EX, fucking.
Yeah, I mean they do, but like his is so fucking easy. I just.
Yeah.
Sorry. Listen, I'm off. I'm fine now. I'm fine. Salt wash away. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, there was the other thing. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I was gonna ask about, like beginners and stuff like that, because I'm very curious about it. Mostly because I feel like getting into fighting games not that hard, right? You kind of like you get in, and there's definitely like a barrier of things that you have to learn, but like as you play more and more, you kind of you learn that stuff. But
I guess it's not, they're not hard to understand, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah. Fighting games are not hard to understand. At the very base, they are very simple games. What takes a lot of work and a lot of frustration is the practice that needs to be put in. You need to put in the time. Fighting games are pretty much the epitome of that saying, like 10,000 hours to mastery. You need a lot of time, especially at the beginning, where most of the time is going to have to be spent in the training mode, and nobody wants to fucking do that ever, right? But you have to, because you need that muscle memory. You need to know how to move your hands. Otherwise, why go into a match where you're still, fighting against yourself, right? Or your hands or your controller. You have to put a lot of time
Right.
in training mode. And that puts a lot of people off. There's a lot of misconceptions about fighting games that we run into all the time. People think that you need like godlike reflexes because they buy the game because they see Evo or whatever, and they're like, fuck, that looks awesome, right? And they go into it and they're like, shit, this is hard. Right? It's like, wait, hold on, am I, oh god, do I have to really play like Tokido to win? It's like, no.
No, not at all.
No, you don't need incredible reflexes and like like fast hands or anything. You just that you're never gonna see. That's another thing. People hear this buzzword footsies a lot, like neutral, that kind of shit, and they like to throw that around a lot. But most people don't realize footsies is this phenomenon that only happens when two really, really good players go up against each other. Any time other than that, and footsies is pretty much something that you don't even have to attempt. It's a two-player game essentially. Footsies is it's a two-person dance. You can't play footsies without your opponent also trying to play footsies. Otherwise, if you're trying to sit there like counter poke and whiff punch, you're just gonna get jumped on. It's much easier to skip neutral with good tools and good timing than trying to sit there and like buffer from a light and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So people have these misconceptions that these games are fucking hard and you have to be incredible. And another misconception is fucking frame data. People are like, the fuck is this giant ass list of numbers? Am I supposed to remember all of this? And no, the answer is very simply no. You don't have to remember any of these numbers. You only have to. The first time you see the number is pretty much the last time you ever have to recall it. The trick is to attach that to a visual. So, Ken's hard kick Tatsu, that's -4. I know that because I looked it up, right? But
right.
I don't have to remember that number. I mean, I do because I have to teach people these things. But you don't have to remember that number. You just have to go, okay, what buttons can I press? Oh, I have a light punch, that's 4 frame. Okay, I can press that. So every single time I see hard kick Tatsu on block, I press my standing light punch. You don't have to remember, okay, hard kick Tatsu -4, 4 frame standing light punch. No, it doesn't go that way. It just goes hard kick Tatsu, standing light punch.
Right.
Because you've attached that visual, right? You have a trigger for it, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to sit there and study and memorize frame data. Yeah, so those are a couple of misconceptions.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, that I guess that's kind of what I was gonna ask is like, how would you tell someone who's like a brand new beginner, like, what advice would you give to get them into fighting games? But I think you pretty much hit on all of it. Like you covered the question without me asking, so it's fucking perfect. I remember there was a website. I just tried to find it. There was a website that had all of the moves attached to what the move animations attached to the frames. So you could look up the frames for a character, and then it would show like this is Juri's like standing light punch. So like like this is what this looks like. So like and you can visualize it. Like that's a really good tool.
God.
I can't.
Well, you need to find that website for me because that'd be incredible to put on my Google sheet.
It's a fucking. But of course, I saw it on Twitter one time, and fucking once you see it on Twitter and it goes away, you never see that shit again. It makes me so crazy. But if I can find it, I will. I'll definitely. I'll put it out, or I'll put it in the show notes, and I'll definitely link it to you. Because it's a fucking excellent website. And I thought for a minute that it was like full meters or FAT online, FAT. But it's not.
FAT doesn't have visuals. I mean,
yeah. But yeah, fucking.
I mean, there's always like SFV sim and that kind of stuff. That's just for boxes.
Yeah. But yeah, if I can find it, I'll definitely put it in the show notes and whatnot, so that way everyone can fucking see this thing. I don't remember if they even finished the website. Last I knew that they had like a couple characters done and stuff like that, but I haven't seen it in like half a year. But for whatever reason, you talking about only needing to remember like frame data, then I was like, oh, this is a fucking great tool that I lost. So anyway, enough about things that I don't have proof of or can't find. Anyway,
just trust me.
Yeah, Lemmy Hawkins in the chat. Oh, super important for anyone watching. Pew, 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 pew. This is a Twitch live show. If you have any questions, throw them at us. It's totally okay. We won't be distracted. Like, you can at me so it shows up on red on my screen. If you have any questions for me or JoJo, if you have anything like about your gameplay that you want to talk about, just fucking throw the questions at us. I know this will be on Spotify and iTunes and stuff later on. But right now, during the live show, feel free to ask us questions so we can help out.
Get some free coaching now.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, it's free coaching for him, but if you want the free coaching from me, you got to subscribe. That's just the rule. Sorry, I don't fucking. Or you can buy a T-shirt. Fucking link in my fucking Twitch page. Buy a T-shirt. Fucking help support the family, please. I'm starving. Don't you like my pitch? That's how you pitch right there. Please help me. I'm starving. Yeah. So anyway, enough about all that. But Lemmy Hawkins says, I get blown up a lot because I catch myself thinking too much. Like, I should use that button now. Yes. Right. That is a big problem that a lot of people run into, is that you do memorize so much frame data and you do get so much in your head that when the time comes, you lose track of what answer you want to use to the question, because instead of having like a note card with the answers on it, you have this entire fucking textbook that you're trying to find the answer in. That's the easiest way that I can put it. Like, find your bread and butters that can punish, like, what can I punish on -3? What can I punish on -4? And, like, stick to those. Like, that's the easiest way to do it. And, like, worry about your big fat punishes when you really know you can get that shit off. Like, if you block an EXDP, then worry about, like, what you can do there. But, like, kind of stick to the basic stuff. And then, like, the more advanced stuff will come later on as you, like, grow and get better. That's my answer anyway.
Yeah. I think the best way to resolve that, again, everything is with practice, absolutely everything, including thinking during a match, and how I think, or how I personally do it, and I try to get other people to do it as well, is literally commentate on your own match. Like, do it out loud as practice for your thoughts, because people will get jumped at 10 times and never answer. But if you start literally yelling at yourself like, he jumped, right? Eventually you're gonna do something about it, right? And eventually that's practice for you just thinking that, right?
Yeah.
Because we can think much faster than we can talk, but it's practice. So literally commentate on yourself. Your opponent wakes up with EXDP, you get hit, that's fine. Just tell yourself, okay, he woke up with EXDP. Now you've reminded yourself, right? So if you, like, knock your opponent down, back rise or quick rise. Okay, he likes to back rise. Just remember that kind of stuff. I think, again, with attaching triggers and stuff, like with frame data, there's this great video. I think I can definitely recommend this video because it can explain some much better than I can. There's this great video called Anti-Array. Don't think, feel. It's by this great Sagat player called Total Sagat. And what he essentially does is he attaches a sort of little trigger to his anti-airs. And Bonchan does this too. Bonchan doesn't throw Fireball and then immediately throw another one out. He does something in between. He breathes, not literally breathes, but he gives himself like a split second to just kind of breathe, just kind of look around, like figure out what's going on. And what he reminds himself of himself of the possibility of his opponent jumping by doing this trigger. He has two of them. He either does like a little pump, just kind of like actually buffering the DP, or he'll whiff a jab. And so he'll throw a Fireball, do a little pump, or throw a fireball, jab. And during that moment, he's scouting for a jump. He's reminding himself. He's attaching that trigger to the possibility of his opponent jumping. And so he never feels, of course, Bonchan still gets jumped at. People still jump at Bonchan sometimes, and he gets hit, right? It's not perfect,
right,
but it's effective. And basically what he does is he's pretty much, most of the time, he's never surprised when his opponent jumps, because that's the main issue, right? You get jumped at a bunch of times, and you're like, well, I couldn't expect that, right? Like, you don't react in time. It's too late, or you do react, or you react too late. So basically, you have to kind of expect it before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean do anything preemptively. That just means take a moment. So yeah, definitely, I'll link you that video later so you can put it in the description. It's fantastic.
Yeah, please do. That would be great.
And so people just need to breathe, essentially. Just give yourself a moment. Don't tunnel vision. Don't let your hands do something before you've thought of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's pretty much the main problem when people are, getting counter hit and jumped at and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah,
I think that answers that.
Look, you're the coach here. I don't want to interrupt too much. Like, I know it's my fucking show and whatnot, and I talk a lot, but I don't want to get in the way of too much coaching, because I already fucking give out enough bad advice as it is. Yeah. So, I just want to...
The trigger doesn't have to be anything. Yeah. The trigger doesn't have to be a pump or a jab. The trigger could be you quickly looking at the resources. Just get used to doing that.
Right.
And subconsciously, you're reminding yourself. You're telling yourself, hey, this is the thing I do because I'm also scouting for a jump. That just happens consciously if you practice that enough. Again, everything comes down to practice. Practice.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's what makes fighting games a little hard to get into. So they definitely require more practice than I think any other kind of game I can think of.
Yes, 100% agreed. 100% agreed. They definitely... they're not so... You can kind of pick up and play and have fun, but you can't pick up and play and do what you think you want to do without practice. Very important.
That's something we say all the time. We say, well, at least I do. I say fighting games are not about what you want to do. They're about what you have to do.
Yeah, the great lessons.
People see these combos at EVO and they're like, fuck, I want to do that shit. So they spend all fucking day just jumping at people trying to land this thing. And they get anti-aired 10 times and lose. So it's not about what you want to do. It's about what you have to do. And what you have to do is let your opponent do the thing that you want to do. How do you do that? Well, you have setups and, you condition your opponent to open themselves up to you for whatever the hell you want to do, right?
Right. The great lessons of Brett Bayonne is fucking...
Yeah. Brett is such a fucking hidden jewel of the FGC.
That's what I'm saying. We sing the praises of that man around here a lot. Brett has helped so many people that he doesn't even know. He doesn't even fucking know how much good he does for the FGC and for the people involved in the community. But it seems like every other person that I have on the show has some connection to Brett in some way. Which is totally fine, because that motherfucker has hey, you know what? Lemmy Hawkins just fucking in the chat said, was the frame site I was thinking of Frame Bastard? It is. Frame Bastard is the site that fucking has visualizers with frame data attached to it.
Yeah.
Excellent. The website just exploded when I fucking found it. I found it and I went to it and they were like, our host server crashed. So, nice. I don't know. They couldn't handle fucking one person visiting it, I guess. They didn't plan for this much traffic. God help them. But anyway, yeah, Frame Bastard. I'll link it in the show notes and hopefully fucking by the time I link it, they will be alive again. But yeah, fucking FrameBastard. FrameBastard.com.
Fantastic URL.
That's what I'm saying. Like, fucking, if you want people to never be able to find your website, name it FrameBastard. Fucking great website, terrible name. But yeah, so fucking Brett is wonderful. Brett does a lot of great things for the community, and he has done a lot of great things as far as like getting people on the track of learning and playing fighting games with a lot of great lessons. Like you know, like we talk about, like we just said, don't go and doing what you want to do what you have to do to win. And while that might not be the most exciting thing, at the end of the day, when you fucking are winning 80% of your games, you have a lot more fun than winning 20% of your games and going, yeah, but at least I did it my way, right? Like, fucking, now you're salty and you quit fighting games. You got fucking, now you lose 8 out of every 10 games, and you're fucking over here salty in the corner because, I wanted to do this, it didn't work. Yeah, well, fucking sometimes you can't. Well, I'm going to quit fighting games. This is stupid. All right, fucking sorry. That's not on us. That's on you. Listen, now I'm just being a grump. But fucking some of y'all get your head out of your asses and take some criticism.
Yeah.
For real. But anyway, I guess the last question I want to ask about coaching, and then we'll talk more about you, JoJo, the man, the myth, the legend. What is the easiest way for you to identify a weakness in your game?
I think it's just take note of the time you got hit. We use this great little flow chart that helps you analyze your own replays, because that's another thing. People post replays in the coaching chat all the time. They're like, hey, can I get like some notes? I'm like, yeah, sure. But most of all, we want to teach you how to help yourself. You have to be able to analyze your own replays, because if there's some sort of like horrible like coach like bus accident tomorrow where we all die, you're gonna have to do it yourself, and you need to learn how. Because you need to know how to analyze your own replays and stuff. So there's this nifty little flow chart that we use where it goes, okay, did you get hit, right? What led up to that, right? Like, oh, well, I pressed a button at the wrong time, or I just didn't react, like deer in headlights, that kind of stuff. And you take notes, fucking pen and paper if you have to, and you work on that. The best way to notice your own mistakes is to take a step back, look at yourself from a bird's eye view. And people forget that. People forget to look at their replays. And it's I don't know if it's something maybe only people who are like really into learning fighting games, or people who are really into teaching them do, but we're always constantly saying these things, and yet a lot of the time when we ask people, it's like, well, do you analyze your replays? When's the last time you looked at you looked at a replay? And they're like, never.
Oh
like,
my
come
god,
on, man.
Well, listen.
But it's okay.
Watch this. Let me fucking circle these wagons. If you don't want to watch your replays, you can send your replays in to JoJo at the New Challenger Discord for beginner breakdowns. Well, they will stream it and tear you apart, but at the end of the day, you'll come out.
Oh, yeah.
You'll come out like that. Oh my god, now I can't think of his name. Fucking Shawshank Redemption. Shit. God damn it. Hold on. We're gonna make this happen. We're fucking, stay with me, folks. Stay with me. The train's coming. You're gonna come out of that other tunnel like Andy Dufresne covered in shit, but you escaped the prison. There we go. We fucking made the landing. There we go. JoJo will shit all over you, but at the end of the day, you'll be a better player.
Oh, please don't.
JoJo, I'm sorry. Contractually obligated now. I spoke it into existence. I can't.
Oh, great.
I can't do anything.
Well,
so yeah. If you have replays that you want to go over and you want someone to tell you, hey, you're doing this wrong because you don't know how to analyze your own replays, that's what JoJo's here for. JoJo at the New Challenger Discord for beginner breakdowns. Or the email is
nch.beginner.breakdowns.com. So nch.beginner.breakdowns@gmail.com.
There you go.
Or you can just go into the New Challenger website, Discord, and join the awesome community that we have. We have a million games and a bunch of coaches for several games. You can definitely learn your favorite fighting game there.
Absolutely.
Just find matches, interact with people. We have tournaments.
The Bropanga League.
Yes. We have Underdog.
Yeah, Underdog is great. Yeah, y'all have, for every skill level that exists out there, you guys have an available option.
Yes.
You will find games. You will find games and training partners and coaches. Sorry, my daughter came up and tapped me on the shoulder. I got very distracted for a second. You will find games, coaches, like anything that you could possibly want to do, you will find in New Challenger.
Yes, including me and the @beginner breakdowns role, which you can to send me your replays.
Boom, there you go.
And you can record them to make them easy for me, or you could just give me your replay ID and I'll download it myself.
Yeah. I should make a little fucking flowchart for that alone, because a lot of people don't even know how to use the CFN function to find their ranking. Like, CFN, replays, go to there, you'll see the replay ID, share that. It's very important. Do the things.
I think you could press the medium punch button.
Yeah.
And see your profile from the main menu, and there it is.
Yeah, there it is, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forget, you play on PC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what you were like, medium punch button. I was like, don't you mean triangle? And I was like, oh yeah, he fucking plays on PC. I always like, it's just those things like, I play on PS4, therefore everyone plays on PS4, right? And like, nah, it's not how it works. Oh god. Yeah. That's how my brain works. Anyway, so we've gone through all that, but now JoJo, I have to ask you questions. I want to know more about JoJo. What got you into fighting games in the first place?
It's not an incredible answer, but
listen, that's okay. We've had everyone on here from like, I played Street Fighter when I was a baby to like, I showed up and there was a fucking Street Fighter 3 arcade cabinet and that's what I started with. So like, it's okay. Like, everyone plays differently.
Yeah, well, the answer is I was in GameStop in 2009. I saw the Blaze Blue Calamity trigger box art and I was like, yes.
Oh, okay.
Fucking badass. It just was like, fuck yeah, that looks awesome. It was really, really cool looking. So that's it. And that's how I started with fighting games. Just played the shit out of Blaze Blue, and then the rest of the Blaze Blues after that. And then I took a long ass break, and then I played Street Fighter 4. I sucked at it, and then started playing Street Fighter 5, and also sucked at it. And then I ran into like fucking Brett's dojo. And I was like, maybe there's something to this. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's give traditional fighting games a chance. Because I was okay at Blaze Blue. I wasn't incredible, but I was okay at Blaze Blue. Just, bullshit anime stuff, playing Ragna and like Tao Kaka and stuff. But traditional fighting games were like, oh, this is so slow paced. Like, I couldn't deal with it. And I watched Brett's JoJo series. With Strippin', and I was
okay.
Like,
I was just about to say Gerard, and that's usually when people go to.
I saw that one second.
Okay, all right. So you started with the Strippin' one. You started with Strippin's anger.
Because I started by watching Beard Bros, and her glimpses of like Brett Bayonne is like, who's this mysterious figure? And I was like, he's got a YouTube channel. Let's check it out. It's like just fucking fighting games. Like, hell yeah. It was really captivating seeing him teach someone. So I really, really got into that. I think I definitely improved a little bit, just a little bit. But at some point, I decided just fucking playing online is like not enough. I'm not learning enough. I said, well, all right, fuck it. I have some money now. I'm gonna start taking like Uber to places, whatever. I started playing actual people, and I definitely improved more. I haven't really touched ranked since then. And I started, while playing with actual people, I started also playing against other new players, and they had questions, of course, right? And I didn't quite know how to answer those questions, so I made an effort to go out, find the answers, and then teach them. And then that just kind of got more and more frequent after that, and I learned that I really fucking like teaching fighting games to new players. Uh, so I went and found New Challenger, and I'm like, great, I'm gonna use this as kind of like my training mode for helping my friends learn this game. I'm going to teach people here and answer questions here to get practice teaching the fucking game, right? And I got some traction in New Challenger, and they liked that I was a frequent, and I got offered the coach role.
Well, shit.
So I am officially now a New Challenger coach. And that's how it came to be. But really, it's thanks to Brett Bayonne.
Yeah, look, man, like I said, he lit the path for a lot of people, and that dude does a lot. So shout outs to him.
I think his brain is beautiful. I think his mindset is the mindset everyone should strive for. That and Chris Tortarian.
Well, yeah. Listen, you fucking tried to catch me off guard there. I'm not letting that one slip by. Don't.
Wait, really? You know what? Okay, fine. Okay, I think Chris Tortarian is one of the best philosophers of our age. Don't you
dare. I certainly think he's something. I'll tell you that much.
Really?
I think he has a defeatist attitude that I don't agree with a lot of the time.
Sometimes, but he has this great mindset about patience that I really respect. I think he puts it. I think he teaches that the best. He has this video called 99 Seconds that I think is one of the most important videos anyone could ever watch when learning a fighting game. Any fighting game, not just Street Fighter. So you should definitely go out and watch that video. If you watch the video in its entirety, don't skip around, because that's a true test. If you skip around a video about patience, you've already failed. Don't skip that video. It's 10 minutes long. It's not that long, okay? But really pay attention. Think about it. Fucking meditate on it afterwards. Just really fucking think about it. It works. It fucking absolutely works. Every single person I've shown that video to has improved in one way or another. So a couple of people even start winning games, like just a win streak immediately afterwards. I'm like, okay, great. Placebo effect probably, but still, it works. It's a fantastic video, and that's the kind of mindset I think everyone should strive for when it comes to patience and fighting games, or just in life.
Yeah, that's right. You said that was 99 seconds.
Yes, 99 seconds.
99 seconds by Chris Tatarian.
Yes.
I will say this: if Chris Tatarian existed in a vacuum, as the great player that he is, with some good philosophical moments, totally fine. If Chris T existed without the weird right-wing politics and being sexist and like other stuff, like the weird shit that he does.
Look, man, I don't want to get into the dude's like personal shit. FGC like only just what he does in the fighting game community, and this is what we're talking about. Nothing outside of that. I couldn't give less of a shit.
Yeah, no, I understand. The lessons that you could pick up and take, like in the same way that, like, hey everyone, it's gonna get really fucking dark in here for a second, but bear with me, and we're gonna fucking come through this thing, okay? Jesus. In the same way that the Cosby Show gave light and levity and life lessons and entertainment to a generation of people. And what we know of Bill Cosby now, it's okay to separate the art from the artist and understand what he gave to people at the time. And the same thing with fucking Chris Tatarian. You can
really hate Chris.
I'm fucking. You can separate the lessons from the man, and you can fucking learn from him. And that's totally fine.
Art from the artist. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's something about the name Chris. I don't know what it is. It fucking makes people crazy, I suppose. Listen, fucking. Speaking of fucking banging your head into a wall, so you said you started with what? With BlazBlue, which is fucking crazy. Like to go from BlazBlue to where you are now.
I still play BlazBlue, but nobody plays Cross Tag on PC, so you know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Fucking. Did you see the new announcement they just made today?
Dude, fuck, I missed it. Yeah, because I was out for a birthday.
Oh, okay. Literally, like, minutes before we went live, they announced this.
Really? Fuck! Come on, man.
So
Hold on. Hold on. Don't spoil me. Don't spoil me. Hold on. I'm gonna
no,
look
no,
this
no,
up.
no. I'm gonna spoil it. I'm fucking spoiling it. But when the timer hits 80 seconds, you just start gaining meter.
Oh my fucking god, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, fucking play the Justin Wong game and wait till 80 seconds, and then just start gaining.
It's a good thing you bring up Justin Wong, because I'm gonna redeem myself on the Chris T thing. Chris T learned the lesson they teach us in that video from Justin Wong. So there you go.
Woo! All right, there. That's how we bring this shit full circle.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now you can call me a Chris T lover for all the wrong reasons.
That's all right. So yeah, as far as I understand, you once the timer hits 80 seconds now in Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, you just start gaining meter, and they call it like catastrophe or something like that. Which, what a fucking could you imagine in Street Fighter V if there's like 10 seconds left on the clock and they're just like, now both people have full V trigger meter? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, super exciting. I'm all about it.
Great.
Let chaos reign. You wanted to get me into your game, you fucking did it. I am.
Dude, it's just like a free resonance place? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, cool. That sounds great.
You were so excited from the beginning to now. The excitement has diminished so hard. You were just like, oh, that sounds great. Oh, what the fuck?
Right, yeah. It's just, oh, you mean I get... Wait, so I potentially get 2 resonance places, essentially?
Absolutely.
That's gonna be so fucked up.
I can't look. BB Tag, fucking, I can't wait.
Have you seen any of, like, the data mines, like, their actual real data mines for BB Tag, where there's, like, voice lines of the announcer, like, you know, like, character select voice lines for, like, you're like, Ragnar, the Blood Edge, that kind of shit? 75 other fucking characters. Data mine, the voice lines for character select.
What the hell?
I don't know if BB Tag is gonna try to, like, fucking beat Smash.
Yeah, everyone is here. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
The Sixth Fate is just gonna be all of Nintendo.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean that would be great. But if they announce the Sixth Fate and the Sixth Fate is just Capcom, and like, we're like, oh fucking shit! Like, this is fucking SNK versus Capcom that we wanted. Like, fucking shit. But now it's Arxis versus Capcom.
Most of the characters were characters from Fates that are already in the game, except for like one, which I didn't even recognize. But yeah, it's Blitzkampf. Obviously, it's getting like there was a bunch of names for characters from Blitzkampf. There's a bunch of pretty much everyone from fucking Blaze Blue ever.
Okay.
A shit ton of like more Persona characters, more Arcana Heart characters, which is great. And a few Ruby characters. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Ruby, but there you go.
Yeah, I'm also fucking zero info on Ruby. I do know a little bit about Arcana Hearts 3 Love Max, I think is the fucking game. I played some casuals of that at Michigan Masters for like a good hour, and I was like, this game's fucking excellent. I need to pick this up. Haven't touched it since Michigan Masters. That was in like April. So next year when I fucking go back, I'll probably just spend like 4 or 5 hours jamming out casuals again, and then I'll never play it.
Yeah. I think my 3 favorite games right now to shill are Street Fighter, Blaze Blue, and fucking Samurai Showdown.
Ooh yeah, Samurai Showdown is good.
You want to learn a fucking fighting game? Fuck Street Fighter. Wait, hold on. Don't tell anyone I said this.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
Pickups. Buy Samurai Showdown. I don't care if you don't play it. Buy it. Give those people your money. SNK has been doing such a good fucking job with Samurai Showdown. It's commendable. Like, they fucking really day one patch. Like, oh, you guys have a problem? Boom. Fucking fixed. There you go.
Yeah. For real. Yeah. Fucking Sam Show is very, very good. They just announced a new character who's, like, super fucking technical and, like, hard to use. What's his name? Sheena. You know what? I'm not going to pronounce it. Sam Show has a new character, guys. Fucking go check him out. Go check out Corey Bell on Twitter, because Corey Bell is the fucking best. And
have you ever played any Sam Show?
Yeah, I actually have it on my PS4. Shizumaru, that's who it is. Thank you, Lemmy. Yeah. Lemmy's in the chat. I should fucking... He knows everything about Sam Show. Yeah, Shizumaru.
For a while, like a year ago, I was non-stop playing 5 Special on Fightcade.
Okay.
I fell in love with it, and I'm so excited. It comes out for PC in winter
Oh, okay.
this year, which I'm so excited to finally be playing that game at home. Uh, I am so excited for Mina because that's the character I played in 5 Special. And
Okay.
I'm more excited because everyone hates that character. uh, and she's really annoying in 5 Special. I just hope she's just as annoying in the new one
Hell
because
yeah.
it's so satisfying.
I play. Well, I've been playing Darlie because I think her fucking character design is fucking dope.
Oh yeah,
Darlie Dagger is
badass.
excellent. It's unfortunate that she's like shit tier, but I enjoy playing the hell out of her. She's super super fun.
Yeah.
She just has in a game where when you come from a game that is like perfectly balanced to a fault in Street Fighter Five, and I mean that very seriously. That game and Tekken 7 I feel like are balanced to a fault where like everyone can play, but there's a very distinct like little details, that like make characters better than others, and like those details matter.
Yeah.
Samurai Showdown's fucking tier list is like no motherfucker, you don't get to play the game if you're using anyone below like A tier. Like
Yeah.
you just don't get to play.
And that was definitely the problem at the start with Genjuro.
Yeah, fucking Gunjuro.
I think top 8 literally had like 8 Genjuros at EVO.
It was 7 Genjuro and a Haomaru.
Oh yeah, no, Haomaru. Yeah, you're right.
I hate pronouncing that name because I know there's probably like a better way to pronounce it. That's like
Haomaru.
Yeah, Haomaru. But I always say Haomaru. Like,
dude. Okay, who's the best announcer in any fighting game?
Ooh, the announcer in Def Jam Fight for New York. Boom.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Let me hit you with another one. Xander Mobus as the announcer in Smash 4 because he's the voice of Abigail.
Yeah, of course.
But if I'm gonna give it like one of my favorite actual all-time announcers besides the Def Jam Fight for New York guy, because that guy's fucking great. Yeah, I don't know. The new Sam Show voiceover is fucking great.
Dude, it's so over the top Japanese. It's just it gets you hype, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking great. You know what? I want to say the announcer for Street Fighter 3 Third Strike that was on LSD the entire time he was announcing. That's probably my favorite. Right. Oh, right. That's cool. Oh, yeah.
Right, that is cool.
I can taste colors.
Low energy.
Like, that motherfucker was on one. So, yeah, I don't know. Him, the Sam Show guy, and Def Jam Fight for New York. Like, best announcers.
Yeah, I kind of like the BB Tag announcer. Not so much the voice, but I think the voice lines are really cool. Like, you can't escape from Crossing Fate as I think one of the coolest fucking like announcer voice lines in any fighting game.
Yeah. Yes. Can't Escape from Crossing Fate is like I don't know. It's already become like an iconic line. I think it's excellent. Lemmy Hawkins in the chat just reminded me of the CVS 2 announcer who was fucking great.
Oh yeah.
Oh my, there's so many now. Like, this is something I've never thought of until now. Alpha 3 has a fucking great one. Like, Go for Broke. Like, I love that guy. The best one is fucking Killer Instinct. Oh, yes! Like, that fucking dude.
So good.
Oh, that fucking guy. Holy shit. Goddamn. That dude gets me, like...
I hope they pay that dude really well, because he definitely is mute by now, I think.
Yeah, he's the fucking Bruce Buffer of the FGC. Like, that dude is the fucking best. When you land a counter breaker, that dude fucking goes and stabs the other person in the heart with his fucking commentary. The counter breaker in that fucking game feels so good because it feels like you made the other person, like their mom walked in and smacked him in the back of the head, is how hard that dude fucking announces counter breaker. I'm not even going to try to do it because it's a disservice. He is the best. I love him. Sorry. Yeah. I've never thought about announcers in fighting games. Like, they're always just like ancillary characters in the background. But now I'm just like, fuck, man, there's so many good ones.
Yeah.
Shit.
Street Fighter 4 was kind of... I like that he was just constantly fucking talking.
Yeah.
He never shut the fuck up.
Oh, fucking like when someone got their Ultra, like, Who's ready for a comeback? Like, literally in the fucking game, the announcer was like, who's ready for a comeback? No one said shit, and y'all want to talk shit on Street Fighter 5. Eat my ass.
Does Zangief's V-Trigger 2 count?
Oh, yes. Zangief's V-Trigger 2 is so good. He did it! He did it! Oh.
It's just so hype.
Oh my god.
Fucking announcer.
So good. I heard my
whoever
voice.
came up with that idea, because they didn't have to. Whoever came up with that is a genius.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's good to know there are people in the Street Fighter 5 development team who still give a fuck, you know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For fucking sure. Oh man, the little details that they put in that game, so good.
Yeah.
So fucking good. Abigail's neck crack after he does like forward heavy punch, feels so good. Feels so fucking good. Oh man. Anyway, fuck. I'm sorry. The greatest announcers in fighting games fucking really threw me. Like that's a good ass question, JoJo. Hot shit.
Yeah.
I fucked up my screen. Lemmy Hawkins says Skurgos has some fun announcer options. Real Soviet damage. Oh yeah, that was a good one. MK11 had the fucking great one. MK11 lets you like choose different announcers, which is great. You can get different, like you can get what's her nuts, the fucking main boss in Mortal Kombat 11. You can get her. You can get. I think all the characters can announce like fight and like finish him and shit like that. Like that's super duper cool. I like that. I wish there was an option in Street Fighter to change that. Because like we can already change all the voices to Japanese instead of English. Like fucking let us change some announcers. Like that'd be cool. But anyways, I digress.
Yeah.
Fucking that's JoJo, you really fucking got me on that one. All right, well look, fucking now the real meat and potatoes questions. I want to know the real beginnings. What was the first video game that you got a hold of?
Oh man, it's hard. I know the name. Okay, I know what they are, and I know the system. I wanna how do I start this story off? Well, okay. Let's start. You want that very beginning? Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah, very beginning.
I was born in Cuba. I lived there for the first 8 years of my life. At some point, to make money on the side, my parents were. It was like a 3-bedroom apartment. That doesn't mean anything in Cuba, by the way. Especially not during the time I was there. To make money on the side, they would rent one of the rooms. You could kind of split the house into. It was the size of a house, basically, the apartment, because it was a big old like building from like the fucking 60s. But you could basically split the house into two by locking a couple of doors, and essentially. And because there were 2 entrances to the apartment, my parents were able to rent out half of the house.
Okay, like a duplex, almost.
Yes, yeah, okay. They were able to rent out half of the house to tourists, and I think these German tourists, I guess, really got friendly with my parents, and they straight up gave me a Sega Master System.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that was the console I had in my childhood, the only one, and I had 2 fucking games. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I had Rambo.
Okay.
Which was just some shitty fucking top-down Contra clone.
Listen, you're talking to the guy who has the True Lies video game on Genesis. Okay. So you're good.
I had a game called Black Belt. Which is like a shitty beat 'em up. They're horrible, but they were games.
Right.
But
it was something to play.
Yeah, that's on a console. I don't know if they're exactly my first games, because we did have like a beat up old computer.
Okay.
And my dad had a bunch of ROMs on there.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and by the way, you kind of I don't even know. I don't know if it's the case anymore. But definitely when I was there, you weren't really allowed to have a personal internet connection in your house.
Oh,
let's
really?
Just let's just say that.
Okay.
Let's just say
all right.
that.
All right. Yeah. No. Fair enough.
So yeah.
Well, all right. So hold on. Do you mind if we dig a little into that? Like not into like,
sure.
All right.
Go
so you said you guys lived there until you were 8. So when did you guys like? Was that the end of? Fuck. Who was it? Castro? Yeah, Fidel Castro. The end of his sons and stuff like that being in charge.
No, Fidel Castro was very much in charge while I was still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't until long after we left that his brother took over.
Okay, his brother. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, his brother. Man, you should see Miami. The day he fucking died, it was fucking crazy. People in the streets fucking dancing and shit till like 3 a.m. It was great.
I'm Mexican. So I have a lot of family in Florida and stuff like that, and especially like Tampa and Miami and stuff like that. And they were like they called up here. We were celebrating, so like you know, it's one of those things. But no, so I had no idea that you were an immigrant to the United States. That's crazy. Good, congratulations. Are you guys full citizens and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm sure that was a mountain and fucking headache of paperwork.
Years, I think.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. How old are you now, JoJo? Jesus Christ.
I'm 22.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. I was gonna say you don't have to actually give out that because I just realized it's a very fucking personal question.
No. I'm 22. I came here in 2005 when I was 8. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Listen. I'm gonna be real honest. Sometimes I forget that I'm doing a show because I'm just like talking with one of my friends. You know.
No, it's fun. That's where you get the best stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So like sometimes I'm just like, hey, fucking, let me ask this super personal question. And I'm like, oh fuck, like I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm an idiot. But no, that's super cool. So you came here in 2005. You're like now a citizen. Like, did your parents ever play video games and stuff like that? Like, were they ever into the scene? Like, I know you said Dad had like an old computer and stuff like that.
My dad was into video games for a while when I was very little. He really, really liked Medal of Honor.
Okay.
And there's some old pictures of him playing Medal of Honor while I'm a baby. He's got me. He's holding me. I don't know, not even Medal of Honor. I think he was just playing some old system or whatever when I was a baby. And it's a cool ass picture. Anyway, yeah.
No, that's cool as hell. My parents were never super into video games. You know, they're like casually playing and stuff like that. So like, whenever I meet someone that's like, yo, my dad had like a computer, I'm like, do your parents play video games? Because I have to know. Because I've had like a lot of people that are like,
no.
My parents didn't play with me, or like they did, and like I usually see how they turned out from whether or not their parents played fighting games with them or like played video games in general with them.
Yeah. No, it's just that my dad's kind of a nerd. He was a sound technician for like a theater in Cuba at some point, so that led him into like editing sound and video and that kind of stuff, because his father was a film editor, like actual film.
Oh, okay. Holy shit!
Cut that shit up and tape it back up, that kind of stuff.
The old school days. Actual film. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now he's a news editor, and that's also what I'm studying on the side to be.
Wow, no shit. I had no idea. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What a gig. So, it sounds like you guys landed on your feet. Fucking...
Yeah. I'm not exactly aiming to be a news editor, but I'm into...
video editing in general.
Yeah, video editing, sound design mainly. I really like sound design.
Okay.
But I'm doing a tiny little second degree on the side on psychology because fighting games got me into that.
Excellent. Yeah, that's I actually just had a friend on last week, Rachel Gilmore. She is I can't call her a psychiatrist, but I can call her a licensed medical counselor or licensed therapist. Fuck, I already forgot what her title is. Anyway, and we went deep on like psychology and fighting games and stuff like that, and dealing with stress and like competitive situations like that. Like that was a really good episode. She did really well for someone that's never been on a microphone or fucking played really fighting games before. But she did really well in that episode. The psychology in fighting games is a fucking huge deal.
Yes, and so actually because of how niche fighting games are, and I guess how niche in overall, you know, world, I guess, games are. What I'm kind of learning is just there's sports psychology, particularly combat sports, and a lot of that stuff is fucking just exactly the same for fighting games. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. The most accurate description I've ever heard of MMA is it's high level problem solving with very dire consequences.
Oh yeah.
And that's how I approach fighting games. Although, like, the only thing that I'm ever gonna hurt is my brain when I have an aneurysm from being so stressed out with fighting games. But like, that's how I look at it. Is like, fighting games are high complex problems that need solutions with dire consequences. And so, like, I definitely approach each match as like trying to think and analyze it, even if it's just like a casual match. Like, definitely like trying to learn and adapt from each one, because if you don't, you will stagnate and you will die. And that's like, when I get into a rut, it really, really sucks, because that means that I'm not learning, thinking, adapting, and I'm not really like playing.
Yeah.
And like, I have to recognize that, because then I start playing like an idiot.
Fighting games are about learning. There's no point if you're not learning.
Exactly.
Winning is overrated.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you learn from a win?
Exactly.
You know?
You just reinforce bad tendencies.
Yeah.
I've ever learned.
How you learn how to not get hit? You fucking get hit 10 million times. That's how.
Yeah, it's just like when you got in trouble as a kid, and your parents would put you in timeout. You wouldn't sit there and go, "Oh man, I shouldn't have taken."
Is that the worst you got?
Huh?
Is that the worst you got?
Well, no, that's definitely not the worst I got. But
this guy, because you come from a Hispanic family, so.
Listen, let me tell you, I caught the chancla more than a couple times. Let me tell you that right now. Anything that was in arm's reach, the fucking extension cords, frying pans, shoes, the dog, like, it didn't matter. If it was in reach, I was getting hit with it if I got in trouble.
That's funny. I think every other Latino or Hispanic person calls it a chancla, but Cubans call it chancleta.
Chancleta.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, it's not. I mean, yes and no. Because I was talking about this with my daughter the other day. Because she's taking Spanish in high school, and she was like, "Oh, we're learning Spanish, blah blah blah." And I said, when my mom was in school, she learned Spanish, but they learn it from a Spaniard dialect in Spain. So, and like, Spanish across all different countries, Mexico, Cuba, Puerto Rico, well, they speak Portuguese for the most part there. And Spain have different dialects and words for shit, and like, it really fucking changes what you learn. Not everything's called the same. Some things are called the same, but like have slightly different meanings. Like, there's extra like chancla and chanclita, stuff like that. Like, it's a fucking world of difference. I compare it to like English in the United States versus English in Britain. You know, well, a lot of the stuff interchangeable and the same, but don't call a fanny in Britain if you don't mean a fanny, because that's very fucking different. And fucking, I had Cross Moon on here, who's from the UK. Fucking, I didn't realize until after the episode when he was calling chips like chippies, when he meant like French fries for me. Yeah. But over there they fucking call it chips. So at first I was like, oh, that's fucking weird. I'll just go get some chips from a restaurant. And then I realized he meant French fries, and I went, fuck! Like, oh, God, I need to specify.
That's a common one. I'm surprised you didn't know that one.
I mean, I knew it, but like, at the time I wasn't processing it. I was just
right.
Kind of just like, you know, me and you talking right now, you know, I'm just kind of like, yeah, fucking chips, blah, 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 blah. I didn't really press him on it. And I was like, oh, chippies, that's weird. And then like, later on, or maybe even the next day, I was listening back to the episode, and then he's like, oh yeah, you go to this place and get some chips. And I was like, fucking fries, like fish and chips. Fucking idiot. Like, these are the things, like, so many times you listen back to these episodes and you're like, oh fuck, I wish I would have done this.
Stay here. Stay.
Well, there's my daughter giving me orders already. I don't know what the hell she's on about. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. But yeah, Mexican parents. Well, I don't even know how we got here. I said something about timeout. Fighting games. Oh yeah, when you got in trouble as a kid, you got put in timeout. You weren't thinking about like, oh, I shouldn't have stole that cookie. You're like, how can I steal that cookie next time without getting caught? That's
Improving.
And that's the same way with getting your ass beat in fighting games. You look back on it and you go, well, how can I play more fighting games and not lose? And what can I do? And that's the important shit. There we go. Fucking bring it around town.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I think. When you're in trouble as a Hispanic or Latino kid, I think it turns into a fighting game, you know?
It fucking definitely does.
Yeah, no, I got a good analogy for this. Check this out. So you get hit by that fucking chancla a few times, and then you learn how to kind of like block it or like dodge it because you know the way they're gonna throw it. But then you put your arms up, and your mama adapts and fucking hits you in the chest.
Oh fuck, I redlined my microphone. I'm so sorry anyone listening with headphones. I'm so sorry.
Fucking adapts, fucking literally playing fucking footsies here. Fucking.
Oh my god. That shit is so real. Like the minute that you put your arms up to defend the fucking chakra or like anything else, it doesn't matter. Like they're reaching for whatever exposed skin is there. You're fucking getting hit. You guys, that's when you really learn the fucking move.
Oh my god.
Oh man, my grandma had like mastered the Catholic guilt angle, so I only ever really got hit if it was really bad. But my Mexican grandma like really put that shit on me, like, you know, Joey, you really hurt my heart when you do those things, and you're like, oh, grandma, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, grandma. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That reminds me of a Richard Pryor joke.
When I do the fucking headline for this show, and I'm like, what did we talk about? Fucking getting beat as a Mexican child or like a Latino child is a fighting game is definitely going to be in the fucking headline.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna lose my mind.
really fucking good.
That's the solid one right there, JoJo. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Alright.
Alright, next bullet point.
Yeah, next bullet point. Oh my god. No, because if we keep talking about this, I'm just going to end up talking about growing up Mexican all the goddamn time. Oh, that's just the best. Like, no, you know what? Fuck it. Like, alright, so growing up, like Latino and shit like that, and you walk into the house after like playing outside or like, you know, doing whatever, and you come in and like mom or grandma's cooking, and like that whole fucking house just smells like warm like beef and vegetables and shit like that.
So good.
Oh, there's no better feeling on this goddamn earth.
It's fucking incredible.
Like that smell, and like anytime I go back to my grandma's house and I walk in the front door and it still smells like fucking tortillas just came off the fucking like off the stove. Oh man, it is so good. It's so good.
You know what? I used to live in the same house as my grandma, and I'm glad I don't anymore because I was getting fat. Oh, really fat.
Every time. Oh, mijo, you didn't eat enough. Like, mijo, you're getting too skinny. Here, have some food.
The moment she wasn't in the same house as me, I started losing weight.
It's no surprise. Like, Mexican grandmas are great, but they will fucking fatten you up. They don't give a shit. And then, does your grandma do the same thing where like she'll feed everyone and then like she just kind of like stands off in the corner, like munches on some stuff but doesn't really eat? Because like
they don't eat. They like
yes!
I think.
What the fuck is that, grandma? What the hell? Like my grandma will feed everyone.
Feed. I don't think.
Yeah, like they will feed everyone, and then they like stand in the corner of the kitchen with like a plate, and they kind of pick at it, and then like they go about doing other stuff. What the hell? I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's the sacrifice. Definitely a sacrifice.
Listen, praise be to Latino grandmas, right? Because they are the best things on this planet.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
But good lord, if they don't have their personality quirks.
Yeah.
You are the fourth person who's I've been like, does your grandma like not eat and she makes everyone else eat and like stands off in the corner of the kitchen? Yes, every fucking time. I don't know what it is. My aunts don't do that. My mom doesn't do that. Like my sister doesn't do that. I don't know what the fuck it is. Once you hit a certain age of being like a Latino woman, you just fucking feed everybody and then you fuck off by yourself for a while and like do the dishes. Like I don't know what that is, but like it happens.
They don't stop moving either. They don't sit the fuck down, just fucking take a breather. They're always working.
Yes, they're always doing shit. Like always with their hands. Like, oh, like we could be doing this and this and this. And like, fuck. Jeez, always working. That's why fucking us Latinos get the good work ethic because our grandmas beat it into us. Fucking have to.
Literally.
Yeah, literally beat it into us. Oh my god. Fucking God bless my grandma. She's the greatest woman on the planet. I can't say enough nice things.
Next bullet point.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I know what we lost like fucking 80% of you that fucking didn't grow up with Latino grandparents, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Anyway, so I know earlier you were talking about how you didn't want to play online anymore. You started going to locals and stuff like that. Have you been able to go to any majors or regionals or any like big events so far?
No, but every time I've wanted to go to like CEO down here in Florida, I haven't been able to. So no, not yet.
Okay, so I guess that'll lead me into the next question. Is there like a bullet point destination that you want to go to? Is CEO like that's the one, or Evo, Combo Breaker?
I feel like everyone says Evo. And I think most people, when you ask about events, they always are like, repping some West Coast thing. I think CEO is badass. I think the fact that there's a fucking wrestling show is incredible.
Yeah, as someone who doesn't even follow wrestling, like, not much anymore, like, not since I was a kid, I still get hype as shit that they're playing in a wrestling ring, and they legitimately had AEW, like, a wrestling show this year. That was cool as fuck. Like, shout outs to that. Shout outs to Jabali fucking, putting a guy on his neck and almost killing him. But fucking everything else he does, Jabali's the best. Jabali, even with those corny ass, like, the Sanwa buttons that he fucking, like, suplexed the guy onto, like, I thought that was great. I love that. It was just cheesy enough that I fucking was all about it. CEO's cool as hell, man. Like, everyone getting their own top 8 entrances, like, special entrances, I think that's the fucking coolest thing right there. Man.
I love the fact like Sarah Woods just shows up and throws pancakes at people. It's fantastic.
Man.
If you're a fan of wrestling, you definitely should check out CEO.
Yes. If you're into wrestling, if you're into fighting games, check out CEO. Community F Orlando, even though it's been in Daytona the last 2 years.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be back to Orlando soon enough.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah. All right. So CEO is the destination one that you want to get to eventually, but I'm gonna force you out of the country. Not not in a bad way. Is there is there an overseas event that you like have an eye on? Like if like I give you like $5,000 right now to like travel to anywhere and go. Is it Celtic Throwdown in Ireland? Is it Stunfest in France? Is it Evo Japan?
That's a difficult question.
I know. Look, this is what I do. I give you some baseline of questions and then I fucking throw in questions that weren't in the show notes.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so it can't be North America.
Nope, can't be North America. I'll give you Canada.
Not even. Okay. I got Canada.
I'll give you Canada if you want to go Canada.
Okay.
Daddy!
I hear. Because I hear Canada Cup's cool, but.
Yeah, Canada Cup. Until what happened like last year, it kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
But everything else I hear is great about Canada Cup.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's say. There's this cool there. You know what? You know what country I think does like the best like conventions and stuff?
What's that?
Germany.
Germany? Okay.
Yes, Germany has like some of the coolest like conventions for like everything. I think there's it's I think for Capcom Pro Tour it's called Fight Club NRW, and it's in Cologne. I think that would be really cool.
Okay, excellent. You know what? Our very own Lemmy Hawkins in the chat is from Germany. So, listen, fucking shout outs to Germany. They make excellent people like Lemmy out there. So, yeah. I'm always in full support of Germany. Don't you worry.
Yeah, because every single time there's a convention or like a fucking gaming event or like anything in Germany, it's like always like fucking huge and like a bunch of awesome like developers are there for like indie games and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. No, Germany's dope. Plus, all the beer, which is solid.
Yeah.
Good for them. Oh man! All right. So I will say we're at like the hour and 20 mark now. So we're getting close to the end of the show. But I had a couple more questions. But if anyone has any questions for me or JoJo, please feel free to throw them up in the chat, and we'll definitely get to them. But JoJo,
rapid fire. Let's go.
Rapid fire. Okay, JoJo, what is your favorite story that has come out of the FGC?
I really like the one of the very early Evo stories where they needed to get like 40 CRTs to Evo, and the truck broke down or was breaking down, and it couldn't like if it stopped, if they like just turned it off or like or like parked, it would just not keep going. So they packed all these like they packed all these like old ass TVs into the back of the fucking truck, and someone had to drive up in front of them because they were about to pass a toll gate and drive up and be like, yo, the truck behind me can't stop. Here's $20.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's insane. The things that those guys went through to like fucking make Evo a thing. It's fantastic.
That is a fucking crazy story. No, that is excellent. That's the best story I've heard so far. That's the best one that's come through. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking solid. Alright, so next question. What is the best movie you've seen in the last year? We go all over the place with these questions.
Oh my god. Don't do this to me. There's so few things. there hasn't... I haven't really been a big fan of recent film.
That's okay. Look, you can say fucking movies have not been for me, and I don't want to deal with them.
Just movies? Can I...
Listen, I'll expand it to TV shows if you want to do TV shows. That's fine.
How about just shows in general?
All right, shows in general. I'll give you that.
Okay, does stand-up count?
Absolutely, stand-up counts.
Okay. I'm a really big fan of Dave Chappelle's most recent stand-up special.
Oh, Sticks and Stones? Excellent.
Yes.
Look,
yes.
totally fine.
The Bird Revelation.
I saw the first half of Sticks and Stones like 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, I fell asleep in the middle of it while my wife was watching it because I average like 4 hours of sleep a night. So if I can catch a nap sometimes, I just do. And unfortunately, I fell asleep with half of it. So I have to go back and watch that one. But I just watched, like I said, the first half of that, and then Bill Burr's most recent one.
Yes, I watched. That was fucking great.
Bill Burr continues to be excellent and fucking kill it. Like that dude.
Yes.
Oh man, as a comedian, I think he is one of the best working today.
Yeah.
Bill Burr and Tom Segura and Burt Kreischer and fucking Dave Chappelle are some of the best stand-up comedians that we have out there right now. Those dudes fucking...
Definitely.
They make some good-ass shows. Okay, here's one that's not even in the show notes, JoJo. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Give me your favorite fighting game character of all time.
Fuck. Oh man, it's okay. It's definitely a Blaze Blue character.
Okay.
There's so fucking many. I want to say Bang Shishigami, but I feel like I've kind of I think he's still really cool, but I think maybe some part of me has kind of outgrown the weeb ninja lover in me.
Well, listen, it's the theme song that really gets you in. I know it is.
It's so good. It's fucking Rashido levels of...
Yeah, see, I knew it. I fucking knew it. That's everyone that plays Bang is like, the fucking song, though. And I'm like, yeah, that fucking song is excellent. Like, you don't got to convince me, brother. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Great. Okay, man, there's so many fucking good Blaze Blue characters. I fucking love Taokaka. I love Azrael. It's fantastic.
All right, fucking solid. No grapplers so far, but that's okay. I'll take it.
I like Hakuman.
Ooh, yeah.
Those aren't really command guards; those are parries, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, Hakuman's fucking dope.
See, I haven't. Okay, fine. Here, I'm gonna say I haven't really, at any point, really been a big fan of grapplers.
That's okay. They're not for everyone.
But I've been thinking about picking Zangief as my secondary.
Fucking plot twist.
Yes.
The
You
ultimate
want to know why?
To cover bad matchups, specifically Abigail.
I think every matchup is a bad matchup for Zangief. It's an uphill battle, I think.
It really is. It really is. He wins a couple. Fucking Geef versus Bison. Geef wins that one.
Oh yeah, fuck every time, of course. This big meaty buttons don't do shit.
Right. Flex on him. Flex that shit on him.
Also okay against Akuma.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of Zangief players don't really complain about that matchup. I've noticed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess it's because fucking Air Fireball is fucking useless against Zangief.
Yeah, because you can just lariat that shit.
Yeah.
And fucking it's over. I don't know the matchup that well, but I've seen people go back and forth on it, and like more recently, I think Zangief wins that matchup like 5.5 to 4.5. At least
every time I pick a character that I want to play, it's usually based on the fact that I watched someone play them, and I fucking loved what I saw. And I play Bara because I fucking love what I saw when Smug was playing him. And I think I really want to play Zangief now because Kichipamu is a fucking monster.
Dude, that guy, holy shit. To be able to do what he does, like solo and Geef, fucking incredible.
Yeah, it was like pretty 50-50. I was almost leaning towards Nakali because Machabo is fucking incredible.
Right.
Fucking he comes from Guilty Gear, a fucking Guilty Gear player.
Yeah.
It just came out of fucking nowhere in Street Fighter. Just started fucking
just like
destroying people.
Started at Combo Breaker this year, like made top 8 at Combo Breaker, and then like it seems like every other event he's in top 8. Like that dude is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Fucking shout out to him.
Good Guilty player as well. But yeah, definitely Machabo is great, and Machabo's great, and but fucking Kichipamu, man, fucking I've never seen anyone who makes me want to play Big Body more than Kichipamu.
He's, you know what it is like he's reckless with Zangief.
Yeah,
he is like. Fuck, he takes chances with Zangief. Like, and I think that's how to optimally play him in Street Fighter V. It's like be willing to take chances.
You see it in his. Have you ever seen it when the camera cuts back to him, and even if he just won, he's like, "Oh God, fuck!"
Yeah,
he's having a heart attack. It's like this guy.
He gets so amped. He can't help himself. Like,
you need any more fucking proof that every fucking matchup is an uphill battle for Zangief. Just fucking look at Kichipamu's face even after he wins.
Kichipamu and Ryusei have probably my favorite reactions. Like, win or lose after a match. Like, Ryusei is just that motherfucker is
funny.
Incredible. What was it? The fuck. I think it was Celtic Throwdown. Ryusei, like in the corner with Urien against Punk, like. Did his V skill, and then like from V skill did the EX headbutt and like won the match. Like he's in the corner, he's in the fucking corner. He just blocked 2 lights from Karen, and he went fuck it, V skill, and then EX headbutt out of the corner. Like he didn't give a shit. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Oh man, Ryusei incredible. Ryusei, Kichipamu, fucking keep doing what you're doing. Y'all are the best. Yeah. Oh man. All right, so last question. Last question that I'm going to ask, unless anyone else has any that come up from the chat. JoJo, what's on your mind lately? What do you want to get off your chest? What's something in the fighting game community you want to talk about? What's something that going on like at home you want to talk about? Anything?
I have something, but I feel like I don't want to. I want to talk about it, but I don't know if I want to choose that or talk about something else that hasn't already been talked about. Because I feel like I'm just word for word about to talk about that fucking this stupid ass fucking Japanese tournament fucking price pool shit.
If you want to talk about it, fucking go right ahead. No problem. I think it's dumb as fuck. I think it is dumb as hell. The fact that you can label these games as gambling,
You can, I guess you can't really argue that, but it's still stupid. Like, that's the thing. You can't like disprove a negative, I guess.
Yeah.
So okay, well, anyway, for those that don't know, Momochi recently won a super premiere where he would have gotten 5 million yen, which is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, $50,000 US.
Yeah, like $50,000, and instead he only got like $500. And a gaming monitor.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm sure a professional fighting game player needs a fucking new monitor. Anyway, so Momochi won the super premiere, and the prize pool was 5 million yen, but only got like 60,000 yen. And it's because of this fucking Japanese institution called Jesu, which basically it's just these guys that came out of fucking nowhere and started regulating prize pool money for these tournaments. They're in no way they have been in no way kind of involved with the FGC in any way or form. They haven't done shit. They're just like basically. I don't even know if they're Japanese government. It's just these guys who just came out of fucking nowhere, and it's like, hey, you want to make money by winning these tournaments? You're going to have to apply for one of our licenses. And it's not just apply, we have to like you. So, like, you have to... they can regulate who can and who can't get a Japanese pro player license. And if you don't have one of these licenses, you cannot win the full prize pool at any tournament. You can only win up to, I think, $1,000. They only give you $1,000 of the prize pool, essentially.
Right.
Which is bullshit. It's just fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And Momochi
that extends to outside of Japan too. That is not strictly for Japan only tournaments.
Yeah, that's the most mind-boggling part. The most mind-boggling part. It's like, okay, so tournaments in Japan you can't. No.
Like if
this Japanese like fucking institution who primarily works from Japan is like, if you go overseas, like, we're not gonna let you have that money.
Yeah, and
because you're Japanese.
And because of their laws, it's written in the Capcom Pro Tour rules as well. The Capcom Pro Tour
differently, but yes,
like
not
abides by their
exactly,
fucking rules.
Yes, sort of good. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit, but it kind of it comes from the fact that gambling is super no in Japan.
Mm-hmm. Which is fucking crazy from a company that has pachinko machines and gacha games.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there, assholes.
Yeah.
Like, I love you, Japan, but fucking seriously, come on now.
Yeah, like certain types of gambling are like fucking super looked down upon, and they count paying for a tournament ticket, going to the event, playing, and then possibly winning a prize pool based on what people pretty much pitched in by going to the event as gambling. They categorize that as gambling, and that's fucking insane.
Yeah,
it's absolutely fucking insane.
To me. Zero fucking sense.
I have no idea. I'm sure there's some. I want to say there's like some sort of like tricky workaround to like arguing that it's not gambling to kind of get a train going against this whole fucking thing. For example, like when like part of like the Capcom part of the Capcom Grand Final or whatever is the prize pool is based on people that buy that DLC.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that is also I don't know if Jesu counts that as a part. I think it's just the money of people like paying to go to the event and play.
Right.
That they count as part of that prize pool. I don't know if the DLC that Capcom sells for the Capcom Pro Tour is counts for that, but like I don't know, like I want to say that there's a tricky workaround. Like for example, let's say that instead of these tournaments saying you're paying for a ticket to come and play. Let's say you're paying for a T-shirt and also you get to come and play.
Yeah.
Like maybe that will like kind of like make it not gambling in Japanese law or whatever.
They have some weird rules that I heard earlier that were like if the game itself is free and there's no like pay to win mechanics, then the game doesn't count like as a gambling game, which is strange. Or like if there's no entry fee for the tournament. And like it's not sponsored by like a big corporation, stuff like that. Like the rules are very fucking strange.
Yeah. But anyway, the main thing is that Momochi, he doesn't want one of these stupid ass licenses.
Right. And
he's basically performing a one-man strike against this fucking thing because it's bullshit. You know, it takes a lot of fucking willpower to turn down $50,000.
Yeah, like listen, if someone was like, you can have $50,000, but you have to do this thing. In my position,
and it's not like it would have been hard for him to get a pro license. They were offering it to him. All he had to say was yes, and the money was his. But he said no.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck you guys. What the fuck? Where the hell? Who are you people?" Right? Because they came out of fucking nowhere. They're in no way involved with the FGC. They haven't done anything to help the FGC. They're just some fucking people that came in and they were like, "Hey, there's some money involved in this. Let's take some of that."
Yeah. And it's like, they showed up to fucking cash a paycheck, like, and it makes me crazy. Yeah. Because Lord knows I wouldn't be able to turn down $50,000. I don't have it in me. So fucking props to Momochi for being able to do it. Props to Momochi and props to Choco Blanca for not like beating his head in for denying $50,000. She is an excellent partner for standing by him. Oh man! All right, JoJo. Well, I think on that note, we've hit everything. We've covered everything. So one more time, where can people find you on the internet if they want to locate you?
Okay, mainly you can find me over at the New Challenger Discord. Yeah. I do have a Twitter and a Twitch, but
that's it.
I do stream, I stream for New Challenger, and I don't really do anything on Twitter. I just retweet.
That's fine. See shit. That's fine. Well, if you want to find JoJo on Discord, it's capital J, lowercase o, capital J, lowercase o, number 5120. That's JoJo number 5120. Or
yes.
Pound.
Or definitely join New Challenger, and it's 11,000 members, which we are very proud of.
Absolutely, do that. I will have a link to the New Challenger Discord in the description for the show. So if you want to learn fighting games, if you want to like just show up and chat with people, or like talk with other people that play the fighting games, or like watch a couple of videos, or like take advice, join a tournament, all that shit is there. It will be in the show notes. The New Challenger Discord link. You guys can join and have fun and have a good time. If you want to find me on the internet, I am SrirachaFlash. I'll be on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google Plus, and Friendster at SrirachaFlash. If you have any other questions, concerns, comments, throw them in the trash can because I'm not going to read them. Please, I know this sounds stupid, but if you're listening on iTunes, rate us and review us. 5 stars would be great, or 0 stars. Don't give me fucking 3 stars. I don't got time for that shit. It's either 5 stars or 1 star. I got no time for middling reviews. You either love me or you hate the show, and that's okay. Don't be wasting my time with 2 stars. But a review would be great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Share the show with your friends. If you want to be on the show, hit me up. Send me a DM. You can be on the show. It's that easy. Just call me, text me, DM me, send a carrier pigeon. You can be on the show. Boom. That's the way it is. We are going to end this show. You know what? We're just gonna end the show. We're not gonna waste our time with all kinds of other stuff. That being said, I am SrirachaFlash. This has been JoJo. Thank you all for joining us, and y'all have yourselves a wonderful night. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.